Hi, my name is Mallory Radu, and I'm the agency owner for the Radu Group, part of Globe Life. My goal today is to give you a little more information about who we are as an organization, what we do, who we're looking for, and of course the requirements of the role. Let me walk you through our interview process. You were contacted by someone in our HR department, whether through a text message or a phone call, that we thought there might be something in you that could be a good fit for our organization. Again, I'm going to take just the next 15 minutes to do a little company overview about, again, our career track, the opportunity for growth, incentives, training, and also what are the requirements. You will then get a candidate questionnaire that we're going to give you right after this that we'd like you to fill out. It only is about 6 or 7 questions. That will get submitted back to us for evaluations. Myself, our agency directors will evaluate our candidates, and then we would contact you back for a final interview, which is a one-on-one interview in our main office here in Lisle, Illinois. Let me share with you guys a little bit about who I am. So I graduated from Purdue University in 2008. I started with this organization right out of college. I had a management degree and a finance degree. Some of you may remember what was going on around 2008. It wasn't a great year. I was looking for an opportunity that would, one, provide excellent training, and two, provide an opportunity for growth. I was really looking for something in more of a management opportunity, and I came across this organization. I started in Indianapolis, and I moved up in their management program, and in 2015, I was offered to come to Chicago and open my own agency here in the western suburbs. The Radu Group has over $8.2 million of benefits in force. Our mission and purpose is very clear. We're looking to become the leading employee and group benefit provider in the greater Chicagoland market. Our main office is in Lisle, but we are looking for expansion soon. So we're looking at putting an office in the south suburbs as well as in north side Chicago. And we are a division of Globe Life. Now, some of you may have heard of Globe Life before. This is our parent company. They were founded in 1900. They're headquartered in McKinney, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. There's 7 divisions that make up Globe Life, and we represent the Liberty National Division, which is the benefits division. Globe Life has about $43 billion of coverage in force, and they're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Our ticker symbol is GL. If you have a piece of paper and pen, I would definitely ask you guys to jot down some notes as I'm going through this overview. Another reason why you heard of Globe Life possibly is because of our partnerships. We actually partner with different sports teams for our branding, our marketing. Texas Rangers, we own the stadium for the next 20 years. The Dallas Cowboys, even though it's not the Bears, it is America's team, and they're one of the most well-known franchises in the United States. The Atlanta Braves, which gives us some of that southern presence, and just recently announced that we are partnering with the Los Angeles Lakers. So we are the official life insurance provider for all of these teams. Globe Life's financial stability is impressive and one of the top in the industry. We have A's across the board. And if you're not familiar with what these ratings mean, it basically means that our company has no issues paying claims. When an employee is there to file a claim with our company, the money is there very quickly. There's nothing holding it up in the banks. Let's talk about what we do. So as I mentioned, we are a benefit provider organization. We provide supplemental benefits to small to mid-size organizations. We don't work with individuals at home. We're not cold calling. We work directly with the employer to discuss a life insurance benefit for their employees and some supplemental accident and health benefits. I'll talk about these here in just a moment. How do we do this? So we work with thousands of current companies already in the Chicagoland market. We have a dynamic lead source, and one of the things that makes us very unique is that we service our clients every 6 months. So we are going back into our clients, our businesses, and making sure that their policies are up to date. We're making sure new employees are being seen because account management, customer service is very important to us, and we want to make sure we're retaining our accounts. We work with governments, we work with unions, and we also work with several fire protection districts. If you were hired with us, we would train you on how to service our existing accounts, as well as working in a team to bring in new potential partnerships. This is new client acquisition. So we would, again, place you on a team and provide prospects for you where we want to make presentations on how our benefits are going to be valuable for their organization. We also work on a referral basis. This is not the primary way we do business, but I always say word of mouth is a great way to do business. As I mentioned, training for me was very important joining a new industry. So I want to walk through what our training systems look like. First week is a classroom style training. It's about a 30-hour week here in our Lisle office. You're learning everything about product knowledge, the presentation. You're basically internalizing the language. Then you would be assigned a team and a manager for 2 weeks minimum of hands-on field training. This is when you're going to be observing in the beginning and then slowly getting you to full participation. After you've completed full participation, there was a release meeting that we would sit down together, check you off, making sure you've been effectively trained. It doesn't just stop there. We have online training, continuing education. Every Monday morning, we have advanced training in our office that you are always encouraged to attend. They're not mandatory, but they're always encouraged, especially if you're looking for growth. If you're looking for leadership and management opportunities, we strongly advise coming to our advanced training as well as our management development classes on Friday afternoon. Speaking of training, we use Salesforce. So some of you have heard of Salesforce. It's one of the largest CRM companies out there. This helps us track all of our clients, all of our products, all of our presentations right there at your phone. It's also accessible through your laptop. I want to share with you guys a little bit about what type of benefits we provide. This is an example called an employee care plan. When we meet with these small businesses, we're going to discuss with them what type of benefits would be best suited for their organization. This is the average plan that most of our clients enroll in. This employee care plan is under $10 a week. So we are not breaking the bank for these small businesses and their employees. What this plan includes is a life insurance for every employee. It's a life insurance that is good till they are 100 years old. We talk about a cancer or critical illness policy. If they were diagnosed with any type of cancer or critical illness, in this example, it would be a $10,000 lump sum payout. We also talk about an accident protector. This is for minor injuries. If they get hurt on or off the job and they need to seek medical attention, we would reimburse them up to $500 back into their pocket. Now, one of the things that makes our benefits very unique is that these are all portable and permanent. So whether the employee is there for 2 weeks or 30 years, they get to keep their benefits even after they leave their employer. And the best part about our benefits is the rates are locked in. So if the employee is spending $993 per check on their employee care plan, if they quit or retire, they are still paying the same $993. Of course, most of them are going to transfer that to a checking account once a month type of draw. So our benefits are very valuable, very unique, not only to the small business owner, but also to their employees. Let me talk to you a little bit about how our compensation works. We are on a performance-based compensation. So I just gave you an example of an employee care plan. I also want to use a small business with just 10 employees. If we're talking about a company with 10 employees, we're averaging about 6 out of 10 are going to participate in our employee care plan. Let me explain how that would affect your compensation, your bonus. That would be an $836 weekly advance. So we are compensated on a weekly basis. We call it a weekly advance or weekly direct pay. You're also eligible here for weekly bonuses. When I first started, I never heard of a weekly bonus. I always heard of the monthly or the yearly, but in our agency, you can qualify for a weekly bonus. This would be $573 bonus, which would be about $1,400 that you earned for the week. We're going to discuss a lot about how the compensation, the bonuses work, especially how it works during your training program if you're selected for the final interview. Another way we get compensated is renewals. Renewals in our industry is ongoing long-term income. And a little quote here by Warren Buffett: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Renewal income provides you and your family long-term income even after you've retired. As long as your employees that you met with are still paying on their benefits, you or a family member is still receiving the renewal income on a monthly basis, whether you're here for the agency or you've moved on and you work somewhere else. What type of people are we looking for? Well, there are certain characteristics that do very well in our agency. Number one, you got to be able to work in a team. We are a very team cultured agency. If hired with us, you would be placed on a team. We want someone who's passionate about helping people, because what we do at the end of the day is we provide benefits that at some point will help a family. You got to be passionate about it. You got to be coachable to our systems. You got to be willing to learn new things. You have to have a strong integrity, self-worth, a self-worth image, and someone who's really looking for more of a career and not just a job. This is definitely more of a career type opportunity and something that you can continue to grow with. Our career track was really one of the main reasons I started with the organization because, as I said, I was looking for something that would allow me to continue to grow. We have a promote within policy. So everybody starts as our agent level, or we call it a benefits representative. We put you through a 90-day program, which allows you to make sure you're trained properly, show us your leadership skills. We will evaluate you and promote you into a supervisor or an entry-level management position. Supervisors generally have 2 or 3 that they're coaching and training on a daily and weekly basis. Our general agent is more of our middle level manager where they're basically in training to become an agency director. I spent 7 years as an agency director in our Indianapolis location. This is more of a senior level role. So we have about 6 directors in our agency. They all manage a team of between 5 to 15 individuals. They generally have about 100 plus accounts that they're managing. We also have a regional director position, which of course is going to help us expand into the Chicagoland market, into new territories. And then of course, agency owner. If you're looking for entrepreneurship, you're looking to run your own agency, we have a track that will coach you and train you to possibly open your own agency within 2+ years. Culture is a big part of any organization, something that I take a lot of pride in. We have a fantastic culture that really recognizes individuals for their hard work and efforts. We have an annual convention that we do every year. It's a trip for you and a guest, all inclusive. You go to an awards night, you meet top performers. It's a fantastic time to just get away and interlock with like-minded individuals. We also do a lot of contests in our local agency here in Chicago, where we give Cubs tickets away, concerts, different fun things to just keep you encouraged and keep you motivated. I'm going to pop back in here and talk a little bit more about what the requirements of the position are. We are a state regulated industry, and so there are a couple requirements needed for the role. Number 1, you do have to have a license. So we are a life and health insurance license here in the state of Illinois. Illinois is kind of different because they offer a temporary license. This license is good for 90 days, which coincides with your evaluation period. There's a $50 fee, so I just let you know up front that doesn't come to us, that goes straight to the state for processing. As long as you've never had a temporary license, you are eligible for one, and you can complete a background check. You do have to have access to a smartphone or laptop. Electronic device is mandatory for the position. Tablets can work, iPads can work in the beginning, but a laptop would be preferred. Willing to embrace our culture, having an entrepreneurial attitude, as I mentioned earlier, self-driven, self-worth, someone who's looking for a career opportunity, a driver's license and a reliable transportation, as well as someone who can work a full-time schedule. So we run Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, 9 to 5 type hours. So we're looking for someone who can commit to that full-time schedule. All right, so what's next? So right after this, you're going to be prompted to complete a exit questionnaire or candidate questionnaire. As I said earlier, it goes by very quick. It's just about 6 to 7 questions. Please submit that back to us. That puts you in the evaluations for a final interview. Now, remember, a final interview is a one-on-one interview here in our main office, either with myself or one of our agency directors in Lisle. And this is really the opportunity we can dig into a lot more detail that you probably are asking for, more questions, etc. We want to make sure you have all the expectations of the position that will be discussed during the one-on-one final interview. I appreciate all the time you spent with me today. I wish you the best of luck in your search, and I hope to meet you all soon. Thank you.